Hello everybody, hope you're doing really well. What a treat I've got for you today, but I am shattered already. This is not an easy place to get to really, and there are a few easier ways to get here, but I seem to have gone the sort of way that probably most people would have assumed if they'd never been here before, which meant a lot of climbing, and I'm covered in chalk and I'm sweating buckets. So for all intents and purposes, today's video is kind of a strange one, because although people do sort of semi-know about this, I don't think they know the actual significance of this really. Where I'm located in Kent, that's all really I want to sort of say, there is a series of sort of natural caves, and they're not where you'd associate natural caves to be. By that I mean by the coastline, chalk ones anyway. And what's really interesting about these, to collate with that, is that not only are they in an existing or former existing quarry site that was here, that they're actually natural caves that are here within the chalk face of the quarry, which potentially means that, you know, while the workers were getting away at the chalk, etc., etc., that these chalk caves, there's only two on this site. Yeah, it's they're natural basically, and let me show you. This is the first one. Now the second one we are going to have to sort of go to. Obviously I've dropped my bag here, and it might not look much to you, but these are natural. And you can see how weather beaten they are. When people have come here, I know that they've pretty much softened it out and changed it. In fact, actually, the second one that we're going to go to, which is along the chalk face, which is just sort of there, because that's where I went to first. And I thought I'd check this one out and then start at this point. You know, people have graffitied on here and they've made their own mark. It's interesting because I wasn't sure how many people sort of knew about this one really, but clearly it's a local. It might be just a local one that a lot of locals know about maybe, but there is a lot of markings here. The question then goes to, you know, how many people know that they are natural rather than man-made. 1995 there. There was an incredible one that 2014 maybe that is? Oh no, 24 and then 95 again. There was a really good one. I'm trying to find it. I saw a 17 something. There we go. Ha! 1714, if you believe that. Or is it... No. Or is it the 17th/4 something that's been rubbed out? Yeah, not sure about that one. But when I came this way, it was like, 1714, really? Yeah, in this certain section of this first cave here, 98 there. Is that a 98? Or a 96? 98? I'm looking through the camera, actually looks better that way. There's another 9 there down there, you can see that. A lot of 90s, maybe it was a popular place in the 90s for people to come to. But it's the fact that this is natural. Now, obviously my rucksack's there, so it is a cave by definition. It's a cave, and the other one is a cave as well. Yeah, very, very cool. I can't wait to take you to the other one actually, because clearly people have been, well actually I know there's people down at the bottom of the pit that have been here sort of just hanging out, should we sort of say loosely, and they've clearly done something with that. Ignore the hair, by the way. It just got very hot and sweaty, and yeah, just ignore the hair. But yeah, isn't this just wonderful anyway? So just this whole idea that this is a natural cave that was situated within a quarry site, a working quarry, and these natural chalk pits that we find in our Kent landscape. But like I said, what's nice about this one is that, unlike most of them that you'd find, which would probably mostly be at the coastline, like Dover and everything else, this is very much inland. And the second one's beautiful as well. I can't wait to take you to that one. So yeah, what I want to do is put it in context of how tall I am compared to the actual natural cave itself, so stay with me. Right, so if you can see me, obviously I'm 5'10", 5'11", and you can see this is a good height. What we're talking, 7-8 foot high, just to the top of that roof section there, and about, what should we say, about equidistant inwards roughly. It's very hard to tell. That's if you can obviously hear me. So yeah, very cool. Right, so let's look closer at the cave and then we'll head down to the other one. So, like I said, it's all cleaned out a lot here, and there is a lot of fall here. It is one of these places that has got a bit of a reputation for crumbling, because you can see it all over the place. I mean, it gives the illusion of something solid, but trust me, it's really, really not. There's a little hole up there. I wonder if that might be for bats. Well, we're out of season anyway now, so, and I've not seen any. But how amazing. Like I said, it's the fact that in a historical context this is part of a quarry site, but this is a natural one from what I found, the records. And the second one looks the same as well, so yeah. Well, look, I'm not going to babble on about this one. I've got to get to the other one, which is actually a nightmare to get to, so wish me luck, because it was hard enough getting to this one. So let's go and have a look at the other one. Come on. Wow, I am shattered. What I should have done is film this one first, because this is where I landed first, and then film the second one, because technically I'm going back on myself. But what I want to do is first off show you the edges of this quarry site, and there's graffiti again, so I'll show you that in a minute. But there's some really nice stuff here. Looks quite modern, whoever Scott is. And cat with a love heart. It's beautiful writing. Who knows? I mean, that could be quite modern, it could be quite old, nobody ever knows really. I mean, that, you know. And the number 3, I think it is, looks like. Beautiful. And then as you walk round, it's just littered with little things. At 1983, look at that. Is that coming out? I hope so. Wow. I mean, there's some really old stuff here, and yet because the chalk is relatively untouched, it looks a lot cleaner. But there's a lot of 90s and 80s. I haven't seen anything like 2010s or anything yet, you know. But it's just littered with all these, and I wonder if it is predominantly mostly locals here. You know, it's very difficult to access. It's very difficult to find, actually. This area anyway, and but it's beautiful. So let's talk about this. This is another. This was labelled as a natural cave, although you can see that. I mean, if it is, fair play. I mean, it looks quite non-natural to me. The entrance looks natural, but when you go in, now, am I going to need a torch? No. You can see the ridge lines there. Finger of doom, just about. And yeah, I'm not going to use a torch. I don't need to. It's there's rock fall there, and then if we look on this side, there's rock fall there. It looks dark, but trust me, it doesn't go anywhere. That's nice. I wasn't. I've got a torch with me, but do you know what? I'm not going to use it. But look at this. It's just all natural from what they've told us, and it's like I said, it dates to the quarry, so. Well, it dates earlier than the quarry, probably. Who knows? I mean, it definitely doesn't look man-made. I mean, there's no tool markings. The indentations, the rubble that's here, it's definitely, you know. I mean, if I was a guessing man, and the natural caves I've seen before, this is definitely goes into one of them. There's an LH there. Not much graffiti actually inside, but the reason for that is because it's this. Discoloration is obviously where there's been moisture, and the moisture is seeping through from the top of the quarry, coming down, which is why you're getting a lot of chalk fall. But it's stunningly beautiful. It looks to be wildlife habitation in there, which I sort of saw and I wasn't sure, but that's why another reason why I don't really want to flash my torch, just in case. But we are out of season for bats, if there are any. So when I say out of season, at the time of filming this, they should be out of hibernation by now. Definitely should be. Oh wow, it's just beautiful. Jurassic Park-esque quality to it. Like I said, it's what makes it really special is that it's natural, and what I wanted to do, which I've done already, so I've walked right the way around the edge of the quarry, and these are the only two natural caves that I could see in this pit, so yeah, very pleased with that. But isn't it beautiful? It's dangerous. I mean, you know, there's a lot of chalkfall that's been down here, and you know, obviously somebody's tried to partition that off. See where the stick's gone and stuff. But yeah, this is also why I don't really want to give away location, because if there is wildlife, even though I'm out of season, there's a possibility there could be. And not only that, I mean, it is very, very dangerous. Some people think, oh well, you know, no. It's like, trust me, it will crumble, and if you are there when it does, ain't no way you're getting out of that. Look at this. Amazing. Let's have a look one more time in there. I just want to have a look at this. Again, I'm not seeing anything modern, which, you know, and even the little campsite that I saw, you know, it's hard to tell how old that was, but you know, it definitely looked like it hadn't been used for a very, very long time. Ooh. Wow. To some of you, you might just think, well, this is a cave, it's boring, but this is natural. This is in a quarry site, which means that this wasn't used, well, in terms of the quarry was being used, and this was probably here as a form of natural. It could have just been a natural crack and cave, basically, that formed a natural cave, like a natural break in the chalk seam. And like I said, this one and the other one probably formed. Oh, but yeah, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, hopefully I've done a good job of documenting it. We'll debrief later. I don't know what's the day. Be later for me. I don't know. You'll be like that. Yeah. So there we go. There's the two natural caves in this pit, and yeah, very, very cool. Oh. Before I go, on here, look, is that 1985? Looks it, didn't it? 1908, definitely looks like an 8 and a 5. Look, because you see there's a little division there. Looks like a 9 because of the way it's curving out on a 1. Wow, very cool. Oh, look at that, a 1997. See, again, I've not seen anything from 2000. See that? 97. But the best bit so far was this, just here. Kat and Scott, there you go. If you're looking. Who knows, they might not have. What are they together? Who knows? Is Scott and Kat still together? How old is this? Many mysteries. Which we may never know or discover. See, it's nice because you get a cave that falls into a rock shelter. But really, it's a rock shelter that was by circumstance, really. You know, see, in other words, there's the cave, which is definitely a cave, forming into a rock shelter. Brilliant. Bloody love it. Right. Okay, let's get out of here. Well, we're done. I wanted to hold fire because I wanted to make sure that I made sure that I'd got what I needed on this one. And I'm obviously completely broken. It's one of the toughest ones I've done in a long time in terms of climbing and walking and everything. It was quite an impressive one to do today and well worth it. I know that when I go home tonight, even though it was a couple of caves, natural ones, the graffiti and the fact that everything was there, I mean, it was just as good as any other cave I've explored. And yeah, the fact that it's in this it's in Kent, and like, I don't think many people know about it, which is really good, because hopefully it will just keep for a long time. And obviously it is dangerous. I mean, like, you know, we sort of say, oh well, they're just chalk caves and everything else, but there is a risk that there's a lot of chalk falls, you probably saw anyway. But yeah, thank you for coming along with me. Thank you for putting up with my sweaty, disgusting look that I've rocked today. Feel free to spread the word of the channel, feel free to spread the video, etc, etc. It really means a lot, and much love to all of you out there. I know I've got a fantastic group of loyal Phoenix History supporters. Stay safe no matter what you're doing, in the immortal words of Phoenix History, because history matters, and I'll see y'all very soon. Take care for now. Kapow.